Hello, parents and guardians. My name is Branham, and if you're watching this video, that means that I am going to be your child's teacher this year for either Geometry Honors or for Algebra 1. So I'll start by discussing Geometry Honors first. This is my 21st year here at Columbus North teaching math, and I currently serve as the head of the mathematics department here at Columbus North High School and also at Northside Middle School. Out of the 20 years that I've taught here, I have taught honors geometry for probably at least 15 of those 21 years. And so I can't wait for another new wonderful group of students. And the year is already off to a fantastic start. In this video, I hope to cover three things: what to expect on a daily basis or what to expect from the class, how can I help your child succeed, and how can you as a parent or guardian help your child succeed. So let's start with what to expect. You can expect that students will be investigating problems on a daily basis in small study teams of 3 to 4 students, with me guiding and facilitating along the way and providing direct instruction kind of as needed, depending on the topic. You can expect that between each class that they'll have a homework assignment from their textbook that is going to be required to be completed between each class. Additionally, there is an extra assignment that we give from Friday to Friday, so every 2 weeks, so given one Friday and due 2 weeks later on the following Friday, that is called potpourri. And the idea behind this is to get students to really learn how to justify their thinking and not just like get an answer, so to speak. And the reason behind that is that if your student is in this course, that means that they're on track to head toward rigorous math courses in the future, and they really need to understand the concept and not just shoot to get answers. In addition to that potpourri question every couple of weeks, there may be some classwork assignments that are maybe on Delta Math used to practice important skills and processes. If your student puts really good effort into all their homework assignments, completes it, they put good effort in during class, and they learn the material, then they should be well prepared for the test at the end of the chapter. And pretty much all of their grade will come from their homework assignments, their classwork, and their tests. How can I help your child succeed? The number one way I can help your child succeed is by teaching with joy and enthusiasm on a daily basis and showing all of your students the value of learning mathematics. Another way I can help your child succeed is if it's extremely important that they have a good experience and that they learn. And so I am willing to help them anytime outside of class. If they're having any sort of trouble, they can just ask, and I'd be happy to meet them before school, during advisory, during lunch, after school, you name it, to try to provide extra support if needed. How can you help your child succeed? The first thing is that you could help by checking your students' grades frequently. Also, if you notice that they're having trouble completing assignments, or if they're having trouble getting good grades on tests, please encourage them to reach out to me for support. We have peer tutors that are available to help with them. We have peer tutors that are available to help them during their resource period understand if they're having trouble understanding. And then also, the reason I have the Canvas course pulled up in the background is if your child clicks modules on their Canvas course, under modules there is something called a parent guide. And the way that you get to the parent guide is under the module ebook and syllabus and parent guide. There is this CCG PG full, stands for the Core Connections Geometry Parent Guide full. If your child is having a hard time understanding something, you can use this parent guide. It provides examples and it provides practice problems for every major topic that we study. All right, moving on to Algebra 1. If your child has me for Algebra 1, then during class, you can expect similar to Geometry Honors. You can expect us to be investigating problems in small teams. You can expect us to spend a lot of time trying to work to master the most essential foundational skills from Algebra 1 that are necessary for future math classes. As far as what to expect from an assignment perspective, your students will get grades based on some of the assignments that they do in class, and additionally, they will get one Delta Math homework assignment every single week. The way that they access their weekly Delta Math assignment is by clicking the Assignments button and then going to the section that says Homework. So their first assignment, Delta Math Quarter 1, Week 1. When they're in Delta Math, if they have trouble with how to solve one of the questions, they can click a button that says Show an Example, and it'll show an example of how to do one that's like the homework problem that they're doing. Also, there's a button where they can watch a video, and they can see a video explanation of the ones that they're working on. For the Delta Math, they can attempt it as many times as they want in order to get a certain number of problems right. So if a student is putting in good effort on their homework in Algebra 1, they should always get a 100% on it. Every other week, the students will be doing an essential skills progress check. So us Algebra 1 teachers are going to monitor whether they're gaining the important skills that are going to help them with their future math courses down the line. And then also at the end of each chapter, we will take a book exam along with a Delta Math exam that tests all the stuff that's been on their homework for the weeks leading up to that. There will be retakes available for both the Delta Math tests and for the book assessments. So please encourage your child to do a retake if they didn't get a good score on their test. Their homework assignments, I forgot to mention this, their homework assignments, if they're late by a week, by anything less than a week, then they'll get 80% credit. Anything beyond a week late, they get half credit for it. But they can turn that in all the way up until the end of the quarter. So if they have 0, if you check their grades and they have, grades in their homework assignment that aren't good, then please encourage them to make them up and they can still get credit for it. What can I do to help your child succeed? I can bring an energy and passion within the class period to help your child be successful. And I can be available to help your child when they're struggling to understand it. Please know that it matters a lot to me that your child does well in the class. So if they need help, they're certainly welcome to ask for help, and I'll be willing to provide it for them before school, after school, during advisory, during their resource period, you name it. How can you help your child succeed? Most importantly, by making sure that they complete their homework every week, asking them if they understand what they're working on, and asking them if they need help or if they feel like they should reach out for a tutor. By encouraging them to prepare for their tests, and if they do poorly on a test, by encouraging them to reach out for help understanding it and then to try a retest. All right, I look forward to an awesome year, and feel free to reach out on the homepage of your child's Canvas page. There is an email for me, so feel free to reach out by email if you have any questions or concerns. All right, look forward to an awesome year. Thank you.